everyone. Welcome to the Align Your Life show. Thanks so much for being here. My name is Jenny Parks. I'm a health and prosperity professional, integrative nutrition coach, and wellness advocate. And this is the Align Your Life show, all about empowering people towards living a life of enrichment. My guest today is Casey Vanputten. She's back again.
Hello.
Hello, Casey.
Back
Casey
for
was
more.
here. Yes, Casey was here a few weeks ago, maybe a month now.
Yeah,
I don't even know how long
month.
it's been. It's gone fast.
Yes.
But she was here talking about emotional freedom technique, EFT tapping, better known as, and we never really got into exactly how to do it. So we thought we'd bring her on back and actually demonstrate that today, but also talk a little bit more about what you can use this for, what it is exactly, because it covers so much, and go a little bit more in depth with that and some other things. And we also have her beautiful daughter, Kinley, here, who is 5 years old, and she will be coming on in the second segment to demonstrate how she uses that for herself. So really cool stuff. I'm so excited for that. So let's start with, oh no, wait. Let me introduce Casey a little bit better.
Right.
Casey is a certified school counselor, EFT practitioner, holistic moms network leader, blogger, and stay-at-home mom of two little pumpkins.
So basingly, I do nothing.
Yeah, she's
According to my husband,
pretty much bored.
Sit at home and eat bonbons all day. So
Yeah, not a whole lot going on at all.
Nothing.
Well, welcome back.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for being here
Thanks
again.
for having me.
Always love having you. So let's talk about emotional freedom technique. I think
Yeah.
it's probably better known as tapping or EFT.
Mhm.
Can you share a little bit with people who don't know anything about it, what it is?
Okay. So I feel like the last show we talked about it the entire time, so
We
I don't want
did.
to spend a ton of time talking.
Absolutely.
Can they play the other one back, or is it gone forever?
It's probably on my YouTube channel. I
Yeah,
think it's
okay.
there. Yeah, it's still there. You can
Okay.
still find it. Yeah.
Okay, so if you want more information about it, you can go to Jenny's YouTube channel and check it out. But for those of you who are just joining us for this show and interested in this, emotional freedom technique is a way to relax your body. What it's doing is by tapping on these different meridian endpoints, and the meridians have been around for thousands of years, ancient Chinese medicine. It is turning off a part of your brain called the amygdala, the fight or flight response, and just calming down your entire body. And I kind of stumbled upon it myself because I was looking for a way to relax, a way to kind of de-stress myself. I went to a holistic doctor, and they told me that my cortisol levels were really out of control, and I wasn't producing any cortisol, like flatline throughout the day. And so I went home and I just Googled like how to regulate cortisol levels. And EFT popped up. And I feel like I had seen it like a million times.
Mhm.
It's like one of those things where like, yeah, I feel like I've seen that before.
Yeah.
But I finally like clicked on that link, and it just has changed my life.
Mm-hmm.
And so the first thing I did was buy the Tapping Solution by Nick Ortner. I think that's kind of a good place to start for tappers or people interested in the technique. And just started kind of working through the book.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just wanted more.
Yeah.
And so I started going to workshops and kind of doing my own thing. And I just have found so much healing within it. The fact that when I am feeling really emotional or frustrated or just like, oh, I don't know what to do with this, or like the other morning I woke up and like the same thing just kept on cycling in my head over and over and over again. I'm like, oh wait, I have a technique for that. I have a way to kind of get that out of my head and relax myself.
Kind of like interrupting the pattern and
Yes.
releasing it. Yeah.
Yeah, or else it just, and I am like a ruminator, you know,
Mhm.
it just keeps going in my head until I do something about it.
Mhm.
And for me, this was exactly what I needed.
That's awesome. And so I know that, you know, you mentioned you used it for cortisol levels,
Uh-huh.
but you can use it really for anything.
Yeah.
Mommy stress,
Yes,
like we've
mom
talked
stress
about.
especially, yeah.
But, you know, everybody deals with so many different things, and
Mm-hmm.
I know so many people can just relate to all of that. So this is just a nice way to be able to, like we were talking about, break the cycle. But also, it's using affirmations. I don't know if that's the right context, but
Yeah.
you're kind of speaking to the psychological part of your brain as well as tapping on it
You are.
to affirm what it is that you don't want or do want.
Yeah. Well, like, if you're into Louise Hay at all,
Mhm.
and I was really into Louise Hay, I always have been, I love her affirmations.
She's
They're
a great
beautiful.
starting point too for
She
people who are like
is.
new to all of this, because
Yeah.
I think she's just very straightforward and very simplistic in her
Yes.
approach to explaining how all of this works. That's where I started, and it just kind of led me to
Yeah,
all
and the
kinds of
body
different things.
connection, how
Mhm,
a lot of
yeah.
the things that you're experiencing maybe physically
Mhm.
might be connected to something deeper.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
Absolutely.
Louise Hay has these wonderful affirmations, and I was using those at the time, and especially right before bed was really hard for me. I just could not relax. Finally, when I did fall asleep, I'd be waking up constantly, which is really stressful.
It
you
is.
know? If you're not sleeping, like that changes everything for you.
It does.
So
And it affects the cortisol levels too.
right? I wasn't producing cortisol because that's when you produce cortisol in your sleep.
Yep.
So I was using these affirmations, and I would say, you know, I am safe and I am loved. But what I was missing was, like, I am safe and I am loved, but the subconscious part of me is saying, no, you're not safe. You know, think about the things that you've been through. Like, this isn't safe. And then all of those stress hormones are going. So I like EFT because it gets rid of that negative self-talk, so that you can truly believe those affirmations, those Louise Hay affirmations that are so beautiful.
I'm glad that you brought up the subconscious part of it, because so much of what we carry around with us is subconscious, and we don't really realize it until we kind of go back and understand.
95% of you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it just bleeds into every aspect of our life.
Yes.
You know, how we respond to certain situations or react, or what does play in the reel in our head over and over again. And a lot of it can go back all the way to childhood and what we were conditioned throughout our childhood by well-meaning people and maybe people who weren't.
Absolutely.
You know, we pick up so much. We're sponges. And so sometimes we have to undo some of that, and that's really what this is assisting to do with. Can you explain a little bit more about the affirmations? And we're going to go through this in a second, but if somebody wanted to help with stress, let's say, you know, what is a simple way? Is there something that they can do to just start doing that on their own?
Yeah,
right
I mean,
now?
it's so simple. Like, that's the whole thing. And once you've done the tapping sequence a couple times, like it's very easy. But there is, if you Google EFT tapping points, you can find the points. But my daughter can do it. She's 5 years old.
Yeah.
So what you're doing is you're tapping on the karate chop point. Do you want me to do the demo now?
Yeah, just a short demo, and then we'll bring Ken on in a minute.
So you're tapping on the karate chop point, and this is just kind of addressing the subconscious part of you. So you might say, even though I have all of this stress in my life right now, I still deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I have all of this stress, and I like to throw in, where do you feel that in your body? So even though I have all of this stress and I feel it in my stomach, because that's normally where I feel all of my stress.
Yeah.
And everyone feels it different. It might be on your shoulders
Yeah,
or
sometimes
headaches.
for me it's my chest.
Your chest, that's very common. I still deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I have all of this stress in my life and I feel it in my stomach, I still accept myself. And then what you're doing through these points is just what's called the reminder phrase, okay? So all this stress in my body, all this stress in my stomach, I feel it in my stomach. All this stress I feel in my stomach. I choose to release this stress. All the stress I feel in my stomach. All this stress. And then you just take a deep breath. And then you just kind of assess, do you still feel that in your stomach? If it's still there, you do another round. Did something pop up in between that, a specific memory? That's kind of where you would change your focus then.
Taking a deep breath helps to break the pattern release, doesn't it?
Breathing always helps.
Yeah, and breathing helps with so many different things. But okay, fantastic. I have some questions about why saying what it is that you want to release is important, because it seems like you're re-embedding that. I'm so stressed. I feel so stressed.
Yes.
You know, it seems to me like you would say, I want to release this stress. So we'll ask that question and then bring 5-year-old Kinley on to demonstrate how even children can use this in their daily lives to help them as well. So we'll be right back.
When Margaret and I decided to sell the old estate here, we had only one choice in signage. Logan Street signs and banners. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore, but rather located on 10th Street on the south side of Noblesville. Well, we sold the old beauty, and we were able to buy this wonderful estate. And we had so much money left over, I was able to buy this beautiful 1968 Eldorado Cadillac for Margaret. Only 472,000 miles. Margaret loves it because it's got those big seats and that heavy-duty suspension to support her svelte frame. Next time you're looking for signs or banners, call old Jim at Logan Street Signs and Banners, 773-7200. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Align Your Life show here with Casey Vanputten, and we're talking about EFT tapping and a lot of other things, but we have Kinley here, Kinley Vanputten. She is 5 years old, Casey's daughter, and Kinley actually uses EFT tapping on herself. So this is a really great modality to use to treat your children holistically, to deal with all kinds of different things, and it's really simplistic and easy, and she's going to show us how she does that. So how did you get started with Kinley? When did you start helping her to help herself?
Well, once I started feeling like the benefits of it, ideas were popping in my head like, oh my gosh, I can use this. Like if I do go back into school counseling, I can use this with teenagers and I can teach this to her and she can have this for the rest of her life, a tool that immediately can relax her. And whenever she's afraid or angry, she has this in her fingertips. You know, these magical fingers that she has can turn off that button or light switch like immediately. So I was really psyched for it. So we've been playing around with it for a while now. The biggest thing that I do with Kinley is tapping on her right before she goes to sleep.
So you're doing the tapping for her?
I tap on her during that. She just likes that better when she's laying there, and it just helps to relax her.
And sometimes I tap on myself.
And sometimes she taps on herself. Do you want to show that, Ken? Do you want to show him the points? Okay, go ahead. That's the karate chop point. Kind of on the other side, but yeah. It's outside the eye, underneath the eye, underneath the nose, on the chin. That's the collarbone, underneath her arm. And then she likes to give herself a hug after. Ken just threw that in.
That's great. I love that. That's amazing. Fantastic.
So, yeah, so that's a nice demo. Great job.
Great job,
That's awesome.
Kinley.
And then, those are two different ways that you can tap with kids. Another way is to tap on dolls. It can be like a teddy bear or anything else.
Mom,
Yeah.
make sure you don't push the button.
Make sure you don't push the button. I'll say it's a button. Thanks. So what you can do is, and I learned this there was like a tappy bear or someone. They no longer sell it, but I was like, that's a great idea because a lot of counselors work with stuffed animals to say like this is safe. Instead of internalizing those feelings, they can kind of project them onto something else, so it's a little bit safer.
Yes.
So what we can do is using those same points. Do you want to show them how we do that too? Yeah? Okay. So we could say if Ken was feeling angry, okay, you're really angry because Grady was running after you.
Grady's her little brother.
Grady is a little boy, so sometimes you get angry, right? So Elsa gets angry sometimes too, right? Okay, so just tapping on her karate chop point. So even though Elsa is angry, she's still a good princess. Even though Elsa is very angry at her brother, she's still a good princess. Even though she's so angry, she's still a good princess.
I like to do two hands.
You do. So then we tap on her head, right? So we move to the top. Elsa is so angry. Elsa is so angry. She's so angry. Elsa is so angry. She's so angry. She's so angry on her little chin. But she's still a good princess, isn't she? She's so angry. And then Elsa's going to take a nice deep breath, and maybe we could take a deep breath with her, right? And what they found actually through some research too, which is really interesting with this, is we have what's called mirror neurons. And I think I talked a little bit on the last show, but what that is they are parts of our brain that when you see something scary or like watching the news even.
No, I don't watch the news.
No, I don't either. Your mirror neurons are firing off,
Yeah.
okay? Because you are feeling those sensations, those that hormones, all those things, the same thing as if you were almost actually experiencing it.
Yes.
Okay, so when we are watching people tap or watching people like a demo or anything, you're actually reaping those benefits as well.
That's
And
amazing.
so
I never
through
thought of it
tapping
like
on
that.
Elsa, they have found that through tapping on stuffed animals, they hooked up people with like the brain things,
Uh-huh.
and they had the same experience. As if they were actually tapping.
That's amazing.
Crazy, right?
Crazy, yeah, it's really cool.
So,
Really
yeah.
cool. So flip off the news.
Yeah,
Watch
right?
something like tapping.
Yeah.
So tell me then, why do we repeat what it is that we're wanting to let go of, the anger or the stress? In
Yeah.
the two demonstrations that you gave, why are we saying I'm stressed, I'm angry? Why wouldn't we say I'm
And
not?
you don't even have to say it.
Okay.
That's the thing. But it just kind of helps you to focus on what you're working on.
Okay.
And the reason why some people get caught up in, and I was caught up too, is like I've been saying these positive affirmations this entire time, and now all of a sudden, like I have to focus on the negative. But what Gary Craig, the founder of EFT, talks about is we want to clear out that negative so that we can feel that positive. So we have these energy lines running through our body, and when there's a disruption, you know, the anger or the trauma that we experience, we want to clear that out so that the energy can move more freely. Okay.
And so this is something that you can use on past issues, maybe things that are still affecting you that you're very aware of.
Yes.
You can use this on things that you're not aware of, but you feel held up or stuck in somewhere in your
Yeah.
life. And you can use it in the moment. Also, like you just demonstrated here, when you get mad at your little brother.
Yeah, EFT,
doing
there's just
something.
so many uses and applications for it. That's why I'm so excited about it.
Yeah.
Like even my son, who's 2, will, like when what did he do? He like fell out of his crib or something the other day. It was, I don't know, he banged his head or did something, and he started tapping on
He
himself.
did.
He
Awesome.
started
I
tapping.
think he fell off the couch.
He might have fell
Ooh.
off the couch, and he started tapping on himself, and he'll walk up and just start tapping on me sometimes. Like,
That helps to calm him to
yeah,
tap you.
and he knows that I find that helpful, and,
Mm-hmm.
or if he's throwing a tantrum, you don't even have to tap on all the points. That's
Mm-hmm.
another thing. Like this is a great fear and anxiety point.
Mm-hmm.
So just massaging those on your kids. Like so, if she's feeling really stressed out, I may not go through the whole thing. I might just kind of massage right there or tap on it. So you can tap on it, you can massage it, you can press it, sticking a needle in it, that would be acupuncture, but you're working on those exact same points.
Okay. And there's no precise technique in terms of you must start here, you must go there, you must go here.
There's not.
necessarily.
And some people start with the eyebrow and go down. I just find that like from here it's kind of like a question mark, and that helps people
In mind.
to, and you start at the top and just go down.
Okay.
Just to remember how to do it.
So Kinley, what do you like best about tapping? How does it make you feel? Does it help you to feel better?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you do it at school sometimes too if you're feeling a little scared or nervous?
Sometimes.
Sometimes? That's awesome. Do you help your little brother sometimes too if you see that he's having a problem with something? Do you sometimes tap on him?
Trying to.
Yeah, he doesn't always let
He's
you, I
squirrely,
bet.
isn't he?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's fantastic.
And I found her like in the corner just tapping away, and I, walked up and I'm like, Kim, like, what's the matter? And she says, oh, I just miss my Opa who had passed away. Like,
Oh, yeah.
it's just she's using it, and she sees that I'm
when
doing
was
it, and
that?
I'm modeling that for her.
When was that?
It was a couple months ago. It's a good example of it.
That's a good example. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you'd like to tell us about tapping?
Books.
Oh, books.
Yeah, so there aren't a lot of EFT tapping books for kids, but any ones that I find I buy. So these are some of, this is my favorite, okay. The Wizard's Wish by Brad Yates is a really good one, and I feel like it could probably go up to like even 4th or 5th grade, because it is, the words, it's not so simple, but it tells a story about the wizard, how he finds different, he finds this way to help heal everyone, and how he heals the yuckies, that's what it is.
Love it.
And so he finds these points that help them with it. Show the people in it. So, yes. So this is a really good book. Here are some other ones that I have
You
found.
can probably go online, or do you
Yeah.
have those at Superheroes?
We don't have them at Superheroes.
Okay.
I think I just found most of these at Amazon.
Okay.
This one incorporates matrix re-imprinting, which is a different form of EFT.
I found that one.
Did you find that one?
Good job.
This one is more for like practitioners, and there's a couple of other ones that I found that Beth at Superheroes is actually using right now.
Awesome.
If you want recommendations on ones to use as like a counselor or practitioner, you can find me at Crunchy Munchy Mom through my Facebook page and message me, and I can give you more information about that too.
Perfect. We have to take another quick break, but when we come back, we'll continue talking a little bit about EFT, but also the Holistic Moms Network that Casey is starting. She's launching soon, and she's also a blogger, so we want to talk a little bit about that, and then maybe some resources for moms too that you can use with your kids other than EFT that are geared towards other things. So we will be right back.
When Margaret and I decided to sell the old estate here, we had only one choice in signage. Logan Street signs and banners. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore, but rather located on 10th Street on the south side of Noblesville. Well, we sold the old beauty, and we were able to buy this wonderful estate. And we had so much money left over, I was able to buy this beautiful 1968 Eldorado Cadillac for Margaret. Only 472,000 miles. Margaret loves it because it's got those big seats and that heavy-duty suspension to support her svelte frame. Next time you're looking for signs or banners, call old Jim at Logan Street Signs and Banners, 773-7200. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore.
Hey, welcome back everyone to the Align Your Life show here with Casey Vanputten and her daughter Kinley, talking about EFT tapping and how it can be used not just for adults but for children too. Kinley just did an amazing demonstration for us on how she uses it for herself, so if you missed that, you'll definitely want to watch the replay and check that out. Casey is getting ready to launch the Holistic Moms Network. Now, is this just in Fishers? It's a Fishers chapter,
I
or
think
how
it's
does this
for
work?
like indie.
Okay,
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah,
So
I
that's
think I'll
exciting.
probably call it Fishers,
Okay.
but it's open to anyone in this area because there isn't another one in Indiana.
Awesome.
So this will be it.
Fantastic.
Right
So
now.
what all does this include? I know you'll be
Okay.
doing some gatherings and things like that.
Yeah. So I was actually, when I moved to this area 6 years ago, I got pregnant with Ken about a year after I was here, and I just didn't know anyone in the area, and I was looking to meet other moms. And so I joined the Moms Club in the area, and it was so exciting because I was finally like finding other people. And then as Ken got older, she was able to be in the play groups and things like that. And then the end of that year, they ended up putting out a waiver where you had to sign it that your kids were fully vaccinated.
Wow.
And after we chose to delay vaccinations, and then the last vaccination that she got, she was like screaming all night long. And so I was kind of on the fence on it, and then it just kind of sealed the deal from there, and I chose not to vaccinate after that, which is a very personal decision.
It is.
And the hardest one that I think I've made, and for a lot of other moms.
Can't imagine, yeah.
So I was kind of given the boot from the Moms Club because they said, you know, you're welcome to go to Mom's Night Out, but your kids are no longer welcome in the play groups if they're not vaccinated. So for me, that like was really heartbreaking because I was just looking for a place that I could, you know, be supported and find other moms.
Connect,
and,
yeah.
So it's been in the back of my head that I wanted to start something like this, but the timing, you know, it's just hard with kids, and I feel like I'm finally over the hump now that I can do these things.
Yes.
So we're getting this started. So the Holistic Moms Network group will be just a safe place for moms to talk about things like this that maybe other moms, you know, might be judging, and it's just a safe place.
Open with no judgment, where you know people will have their opinions that they share, but not that they throw on you or shove down
and
your
to
throat.
educate each other.
Absolutely.
Like we're all learning. And so I'd like to like bring in presenters that are talking about things like like EFT, other different healing modalities, but as well as just different, like chiropractors, just different people in the area of holistic medicine that want to share information with moms.
Yeah, holistic care is definitely gaining ground, and I think
Yes.
people are becoming more and more aware of what it is. It's been such a
Yes.
foreign concept to so many for so long, and it still is to
Yeah.
a lot of people. Or maybe you know a little bit, but not a lot, and would like
Right.
to know more. So this would be a great organization to be a part of, to
Yeah.
just learn more, if nothing else, to just
Yeah.
get informed and know what your options are.
And connect with other moms like
Yeah,
you.
absolutely.
And I'm hoping to also connect with different practitioners and organizations that, might give us like, like a discount
Mm-hmm.
kind of a deal, and just to let, moms like me to try different ways of healing, especially with their kids.
Yes.
I have a lot of moms that have kids with allergies, and like,
Mhm.
where do you go from there besides, here's some Zyrtec or,
Yeah.
like, just to inform people of
Right,
that. So.
yeah, because all of that is completely undoable.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
and manageable. So when will that be launching, or what's the best way for people to?
Well, I just got my manual last
Okay,
week,
so not like tomorrow.
No, not tomorrow. It'll probably take like a month or two to like get things going, and the meeting. Hold on 1 second, honey. The meeting will be at Superheroes, which is where I work.
Yes, we need to mention superheroes
Uh-huh.
because that's where people can connect with you
Yes.
with EFT tapping too.
Yes. So the meeting will be held there, and if you want information about it, or if you're interested in joining, you can again contact me through Virgin Met Your Mom, or email, or call me.
Awesome. And you have you're a blogger, and I've read some of your work. She's an amazing writer, and
you.
I really love just how open and vulnerable you are because I say this all the time. We're just all in this together. We all
So
have our
hard.
stories.
Yeah.
And we walk around all day with these masks on, and sometimes we
Yeah.
forget. And so I just love how open you are to share the experiences that you've been through and just what you've learned as you've gone through. And not that you even have it all figured out, but you've
No, I
learned a lot
definitely
of great.
don't have it all figured out. I'm
Don't
just
we all? I
gonna
don't
put
think
that
we
in the
ever
table.
get there, but it's just nice to know that other people are walking similar walks, and that that there's a connecting there that can just really help to heal in and of itself. So,
Yeah.
where can people find your blog, and what will you be sharing? And I know you have an
Yes.
exciting project in the works with that.
I didn't even think it was going to be a project. But it's like turning into another part-time job that's not going to equate in pay. According to my husband, he's like, you have like 20 different part-time jobs and none of them make any money. But okay, so yes, the Indie Holistic Hub, yes.
Why do you have that here?
I'm bringing it there to show everyone the Holistic Moms Network group, Ryan. So, what I did on Facebook through the Indie Holistic Hub Facebook group was just put something out there that said, I'm looking to heal myself. And I almost want to like bridge the gap between people that want to be healed and these healers that are doing these crazy cool things.
Yeah.
And help them kind of demystify what it
That's
is they're
such
doing.
a great point, yeah, because some of it is, like even tapping can look a little funky and weird to people, and there is kind of a
Yeah.
gap that needs to be bridged sometimes just to help people to get a little more comfortable with trying some things.
Yeah, and they cost money. That's the big thing is
Yeah.
like, to invest in all these different modalities in the name of healing, it's really hard. So.
And just as a side note, the Indie Holistic Hub is not the Holistic Moms Network. That's two completely separate things, although very relatable on what it is that they do and the message that they're sharing. But I just wanted to throw that in so we
Yes.
didn't confuse anyone. But
Yeah.
anyway, so on the
I
Indie
plugged
Holistic
it
Hub.
on the Indie Holistic Hub group, and I just said, "Can just sit right there, okay? Don't move." So I just put it out there, and I said, "You know what? I'm trying." Yeah, right here.
See?
Who can't empathize with this one? Seriously,
Love it.
people. So I just put it out there in the Facebook group, and I just said, you know what? I'm trying to heal myself. I am just looking for ways to I'm interested in different ways. I know that EFT is a beautiful technique, but it's not for everyone. Okay, so I'm interested in different things. And so I just put it out there, and I was thinking, okay, maybe 2 or 3 people like respond. And I had 15 people respond with all these different like crazy modalities, and anywhere from like a massage therapist to someone that does shamanism to something called orthobionomy, like
Oh,
all
I haven't
these
heard of that
weird-
one.
I
Yeah.
know, and so I'm like, yeah, I'll put myself in the seat of all of these people, and then I'm going to write about it.
Awesome.
So, and that'll help other people, you know, to kind of peek into my experience and see if that might be a good fit for them.
Love it. And where can they find that blog?
I will be posting that blog on crunchymunchymom.com as well.
Awesome.
Not crunchymunchymom.com. Facebook crunchymunchymom.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah, so Facebook is a great way to connect with Casey. Do you have any events coming up at Superheroes, or what are some other ways that people can connect with you if they want to learn more about EFT or the Holistic Moms Network, or read the blog, or everything else that you do and share?
Well, the Facebook page is a good way just to kind of keep updated on what I'm doing. That's kind of like my little, but you can also, wesuperheroes.com is another place that you can find information about me. And just, I'll be at the expo, as well as the Indie Holistic Hub will be there as well, I know.
Yes.
So doing sessions there, and then you can call me, but those are probably the best ways to kind of get a hold of me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much once again for being here. Thank you, Kinley, for being here as well. And tonight in Fisher's Practical Hypnosis and Associated Healing Arts, we're doing a nutritional cleansing and rebalancing presentation at 6:45. So if you have any health goals that you're working on or just need a good reset, show up and we'll share that information with you. This Thursday, 4:30 to 7:30 at the Hamilton County Fairgrounds is the Taste of Business here in Noblesville. So we will be here, Hamilton County TV will be there rather, from I guess 4:30 to 7:30, interviewing and talking to people. So please stop by and talk to us. And then, yes, she mentioned Good Journeys is having a health and psychic fair at the Hamilton County Fairgrounds April 2nd and April 3rd. That's a Saturday and a Sunday. We will both be there. We both have booths. She'll be doing some EFT tapping technique or demonstrations.
I'm doing mini sessions.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
Show up and get a mini session. That's awesome. And I'll be speaking at noon on Sunday about cleansing the body, cleansing the soul. And then the Indie Holistic Hub is having a Wellness Fest June 25th. Not a whole lot of details with that yet, but definitely something you want to keep on your radar. So many resources out there, guys. Connect with Casey. And if you want to connect with me, find me on Facebook or email me, jennyparks@alignyourlifewellness.com. Thanks so much for being here. We will be
Thanks for
back
having
Tuesday.
me.
Thank you, Casey. Have a wonderful week, everyone. See you next time.
Bye.